We are now going to speak with Carol Chafe, the Child Youth Advocate. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Very good. So a lot of press released yesterday of these reports and recommendations. How difficult was this, and how horrific are the cases that you're referring to?
You can certainly see for yourself when you read the stories, Pete, and when the public take the time to do that, and that was the reason we wrote them in the manner we did, to ensure that people understand that these type of stories, as you call them, horrific stories, do occur, and that some things have to change in order to prevent them from happening again.
Is this a human resource problem? Is it just simply the workload is too massive for the people who are now in place to try to take care of it?
Well, really, I think that's a question that you need to put to the Department of Child, Youth, Family Services in terms for them to address why things are not being followed as they should. But from my investigations, yes, workload was one factor, but I also think that there has to be a better understanding of the impact on children and youth when policies and practices are not properly followed.
Now, of course, it was, I guess, part of the intention of setting up the new Department of Child, Youth and Family Services that they would be able to follow policy. As you say, that's what's needed in this case. It hasn't happened. I guess you're disappointed, clearly, but, is it possible for this department to do an adequate job of following their own policy?
I think it's always possible if the right basis is put in place and that staff are educated on what is expected of them, and that managers and supervisors understand what's expected of them as well to oversee staff and ensure that policies are followed. I said yesterday, and I'll still say it today, that I know change takes time, and it's been 4 years with the new department in place, and there's a lot of good structure being put in place, but it's not getting to the front line. I'm not seeing it evidenced in these cases. I'm not seeing it in other cases that I address on a daily basis and other investigations that I'm currently doing. And I guess while certain things take time, what we need a more immediate response to is that everyone understands that every child needs to be seen and heard, and that every policy should be followed correctly, that at the end of the day they are getting properly assessed and they're getting the protection that they need.
Have you spoken to the minister yourself since your release yesterday?
No, I have not.
We're hoping to have some response from her on the program today. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but what would you like me to ask the minister should I get the opportunity? I'll leave that to you. Okay.
I've had conversations with the minister in the past, and I'm sure I will in the future, and that's something, I will certainly address with her when we do talk again, but to your decision.
So in your estimation, the policies are all there, the guidelines are all in place. It's just a matter of the department following them to the letter and finishing the job, I guess, in each particular case.
Yes, and I guess, again, I want to say that's a large part of why I wanted to release these reports, although, as I said in my statement, 2 of these were before the formation of the department and 1 just shortly after. I'm still dealing with current daily cases here. I'm still doing currently now 3 new investigations, and we're still seeing the trend of these deficiencies. So that was a very large part in why I made the difficult decision to bring out these older reports, because they hadn't been done for a few years, but every child has their story told, and I felt with these themes of continuing deficiencies that I just had to put it out there, because we are here to be the voice for children and youth of Newfoundland and Labrador, and that's what we're trying to do.
Are we gaining any ground at all? Are we improving things? Are we completely at a standstill or even slipping backwards?
I would say that on a daily basis there's definitely some improvement, and I have to say that there's a lot of hard-working social workers and other professionals out there every day trying to do their best for children and youth. But the system is still failing with certain deficiencies and certain things that need to be corrected. I always say that, and I'll continue to say it in whatever profession you work in, no one goes to work to intend to do harm to a child or a youth or an adult. It's just that sometimes with workload, with probably not putting the right recognition and following everything to the T. These deficiencies can cause poor outcomes. But I don't want to take away from the people that are working hard every day and trying to do their best. But I really feel that after 4 years, we should be seeing more of an improvement in how work is being done.
Are there parts of the province being, worse served than others?
There are definitely areas within the province that are more challenged than others, but I'm seeing even differences of how things are happening within regions, so that's a concern as well. So in order to get the whole province on the standard, we've also got to get each region into that standard as well.
Okay. And what are your hopes for, say, the next few years once this department really sort of starts to come into its own and have the time to try to sort out some of these issues? Can you see some light at the end of the tunnel at all, or do you think we have to really sort of go back to square one and start again?
No, I think there's definitely light at the end of the tunnel. I just think we've all got to get more committed to doing it in a more, timely manner, so that every day there are not children that could be at risk, and that people have to recognise the importance of these children.
Yeah. I guess certainly there's some truth in the statement that when we fail our children, we risk our future, don't we? Absolutely, and they are so dependent on all of us as adults and government services to do the best we can for them. Carol Chafe, I really appreciate your time this morning on this, and I hope we can talk on a more positive note in the near future.
Yes, I do too. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.